Alrighty, so the new final boss, Sariel, is out, and boy oh boy, is it very interesting. So, not only is there hard, extreme, hell difficulty, but there's also a new challenge difficulty, which actually gives you a different set of coins or points than the normal difficulty does, which can be a little bad, but luckily there is an exchange shop, and the exchange shop has a way where if you're maybe you're not able to do the challenge difficulty or whatever, you can, get enough points to clear out whatever you need out of here. You can convert 10 points to one gold challenger coin, like the Sariel challenge point, but you can only do this one 100 times, which means you can get the outfit from the trade because you'll have 100 points total, but you won't be able to get the card and the outfit. So you'll have to kind of choose there. I'm assuming everybody's going to want the outfit way more than the card, so completely understandable. Hopefully they don't really shaft everybody and make this part of a card set at some point. Who knows? They might, but yeah, unless you're able to do challenge difficulty, you're probably not going to be able to get the card. But yeah, you'll be able to buy that, and both of these only have one use on them, so you can buy both of these or maybe some of these, demon materials if you really want to. But that's the only real negative thing, I guess. The fight itself isn't, the fight itself is pretty interesting, as you can tell. They're using the same team that everybody was using on JP at the moment, which is Light Liz, Chad King, Green Halloween Gother, and Ragnarok Bond in the back. There is one guy, or there was a guy down there using the really bad champion Meliodas, which is hilarious. But yeah, we've been able to beat it once with the good team, so that way we got a pretty decent-ish score. And then Rigatoni actually showed me a really fun farming team for it that I'll show you guys as well. So I'm honestly not... It takes 50 stamina to do this thing. The oath I have is for not using ultimate move gauge, which is fine. I was able to beat it in 8 stages the first time that I did it, and it's pretty rough, honestly. Like, just using this team in general, because it's the points team and not necessarily like a fast clear, it's kind of hard. I didn't use basically any of the dissolve cards when we did it the first time, though, so I'm assuming I could have gotten a much better score. I guess the big thing, though, to know is he does have these, little orbs on the side. I'm sure there's an actual decent mechanic to them, like, if they die or whatever, I'm sure stuff happens. But the big things to note are the pierce rate buff that he gains if you attack him when he's in his stance. It's not good. You do not want him to get the pierce rate buff. If he does attack you, he does have a pretty good amount of lifesteal, and that is a problem because you can only deal 20% of the maximum HP. Where's that one at? I think it's, yeah, right here. The hero's damage taken from skills during the enemy turn does not exceed 20% of the max HP. So he has a damage cap, which is really annoying. But if you, just try your best, work on everything. I don't know. It can be really rough, especially using the points team. It took me a couple of tries to be able to get this done, but the big important thing to note is don't attack him while he's in his stance. It's not good. You don't want that to happen. He will end up healing back a pretty decent amount of HP whenever he attacks you and stuff like that, so be wary. He is going to, he's gonna heal back over those damage caps that you end up doing to him, which is really annoying, but, what are you gonna do? So he's getting his ultimate here. We are just going to... does his ultimate have Quell on it? No. Okay, so he has the corrosion stacks. I'm pretty sure the corrosion has a lot to do with him healing a lot. And I think it's just as long as he gets the attack off and it goes through a shield. So I think we're going to throw... I think we're going to do something like this and put up as big of a shield as we can. I don't necessarily think that's going to stop the ult from hitting us, because Gother, he tends to get through Gother's shield pretty easily. Plus, King is really good because he hits pretty much the 20% damage cap on Sariel pretty much every time he attacks. It might not be as good with level 1 cards, but he does good. We have him low enough at this point to where we should be able to hit damage cap with the ult, and I think we should be able to kill here with the Liz card. So I think we're going to take advantage of that and try it. If we don't, we might be kind of screwed here, but hopefully this will deal 10% HP. It does, okay. So that's good. Second phase isn't as bad. He does have that that one effect on. We'll look at this little cool thing here. Oh, because I haven't watched this yet. I skipped it when we were playing it on stream. God, look at him. He's so cool. His outfit's so good. Alright, but he does have the vanish effect. I think it's vanish. Hide, so cannot select the target if there are other allies on the field. He doesn't spawn one every single turn like he did in the very first one, if I'm not mistaken. So he summons reinforcements every 3 turns now. And so we can basically just try to get as much damage off as possible here. I think we'll just go ahead and take advantage of the triple king card because he does good damage, which he's red in this phase as well, so king's going to do type advantage on him, so that's good as well. Plus we're putting on decent shields, so hopefully he won't be able to get through to us. I think the second phase is honestly way easier than the first phase, just because you have to deal with the counters and the mechanics and everything, which I'm sure there are interesting mechanics. God, that was such a cool card. I really hope we get a new Sariel form at some point, because Sariel's such a cool unit, such a cool character. Alright, so he's got some of the old Sariel cards. He did lifesteal a decent bit there. Nice. We got good Liz cards as well. So, I don't know if this is going to kill or not. I think we kill here. But I was kind of surprised we actually beat this. But we'll see what score we get. I was at like 4,200 something points, our score. So I guess we'll see if we beat that or not. And we get not even 4K, so I guess I got a much better run the first time. I'm sure you want to use Dissolve as much as possible. We did get all of these done, which is good. I don't know, man. Just wait. Well, I guess in the second phase, it's not as bad. You could probably get away with using more of those, those Dissolve cards and not have to worry about it, which you could use them in the first phase too. You just, when he puts up the stance, if you can't kill, you definitely want to just move cards, push, or like move for ultimates. Don't even, even if he takes damage from an ultimate, he's still going to get the pierce rate buff, which is not good. So let's go over to this team, which you don't have to use Rimuru here. You can use Festival, the small wing Festival King. The whole idea here is that it's a abyss effect that you need, which is only on very few characters. I'm actually very curious to know if QSAC would work. I'm assuming it wouldn't work the same because the AoE is kind of what you're looking for, I'm assuming, because with the AoE, it hits the side units as well and puts on extra damage, which makes the Abyss effect do even more. If you don't know, Abyss effect can get through the damage cap. So we're putting on Ultimate Move Gauge here, or Ultimate Move Gauge Food. We have Merlin in the back for the extra move gauge. The goal is pop Festival Gother's Holy Relic. I know that there's a lot of requirements here for the fast clear, but this is for challenge fast clearing. I'm sure that there's easier difficulty like fast clear teams that you can do. So let's merge this. I think we will throw this card out and maybe move this because we're not too worried about getting off damage. You do want to get a little bit of damage off if possible because the Abyss isn't going to completely one-shot him unless you crit. Tony was telling me that, if you can crit and do like 700k or whatever, it will kill Sariel like one turn, but there's a little bit of RNG required there, so just trying to make sure that I can get the, just get a little bit of damage off if possible here before, then that would be nice. But here we go. So let's throw this out. That'll activate the Holy Relic there. We'll do this for damage, and then we will hit him with... actually, we'll just remove his ultimate, because I don't know. I'm sure Gother's going to do more damage than Arthur will. Maybe. I don't know. He's got full stacks, or full ultimate move gauge, so the Pulverize should do a little bit more. Nice. Okay, that's not too bad. And now we just have to use the ultimate, which the really cool thing about this team is that the Abyss effect goes through to the next turn. Because this is a 2-turn abyss, you use this, you know, I guess technically we could, I guess, well, we don't want to attack because he's just going to counter, but puts the abyss effect off. We deal 1.1 million, and then it phases over, and then he instantly dies because it does, I think it's a percentage of how much damage dealt, but because you did so much to the side 2 units, it stacks really hard, and it hits Sariel insanely hard and kills him instantly. So you can see the abyss effect is still on the field here, so we can literally just throw cards out. It doesn't really matter what we use. We'll just use these 3 cards because they're all AoEs. Maybe we can kill the side units. It doesn't really matter, though, because it's going to instantly one-shot this phase as well. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. Very, very interesting strat. It's over now. This is the team that I'm definitely going to be using the most to farm this because the challenge points are different than the regular points and all of that stuff, so that's kind of weird. If you can beat it on challenge, the conversion rate, even on a bad challenge run, you get 8 of the challenge points compared to on a good hell run, you would only get 50 of the regular points, and you can actually trade 1 challenge point for 10 regular points. So that would be, on a bad run, you would get 80 points out of the conversion, whereas this run I would get 100 points because I got 10. You know, it's better. It's ultimately better in the long run. So very interesting stuff. I don't know, definitely an interesting fight. Not really sure if they'll mess with it and try to tweak this or anything whenever the next one comes out, but very, very cool stuff. So that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys in the next one.